Simon, Workington game call over the weekend. Do you think it's a bit of a blessing or a curse? After the win that's lost, would you rather go back straight on the pitch to get a win, or is it good to get a week off to rest some bodies?
Yeah, tough question to answer, to be honest, Mike. Yes, it would have been nice to play again straight away, but obviously I think most people saw images of the pitch videos and whatnot, so I think it would have been a real slugfest that can kind of make the game a bit of a lottery. So is there a blessing there? Possibly. I would have backed us to winning it anyway, but the disappointing thing for us was getting up to Kendal and then getting the call, to be honest. But it is what it is. We'll move on, and that'll be scheduled in at another time. And yeah, we'll get on with this week now. And you're right, it's a week off, I suppose, isn't it? Everyone should be fresh going into this week. We had a good session on Tuesday, so yeah, we were over it now. We'll just wait and see when the next one is.
Any news of any players coming back from injuries or anything like that?
Injuries? Who was out? Off the top of my head, so Brad Knowles, obviously we know he's going to be a long one. Greg Waiton's had surgery on his toe, went well, but obviously that's going to be a while yet. Woody's looking good, he's had the pins out, he's had his cast off, joining in a bit of training. Still probably a few weeks away. Trying to think, it was Matty G. Matty's had a bit of bad news on the shoulder front. It's really unfortunate for him. It's just one of them where he's got a nerve injury there, and it's not like breaking your arm where 6 weeks in pot, a couple of weeks after you're kind of back to normal. Nerve injuries are very rough sort of estimates on as and when you'll be right, so that's a tough one for him, but we'll keep plugging away, doing everything we can to get him out there. Other injuries, I think that we're about alright there.
On to this week, a bit of an unusual situation of playing Featherstone at home in the Cup and then playing the league the week after. How psychological is this week going to be in that case?
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often, does it? Playing each other in consecutive weeks, but you can only worry about one game at a time, can't you? The one next week does matter, of course, but it doesn't matter this week, so we'll focus on this one. And it will be, as most games we've seen on TV so far have been. They played London last week, which ended up being, Featherstone were dominant, but a tight affair because of the conditions, and I'd imagine it'll be a tight game this week. Hopefully the wind, well, don't mind if the wind stays, but if the rain steadies up a bit, we might be able to, both of us, actually move the ball a bit and actually play a bit of rugby, because I think that's the bit that's been missing from the opening rounds. It's been slugfest after slugfest. So yeah, mate, they're a really good team. They are a bit of a different beast, but I think we're a capable team ourselves, and we just need to get a few areas of our game right in the conditions that we're in at the minute, and it will be a good chance.
London did run them close, a couple of tries that they scored. Did take a little bit of encouragement from the fact that we shut them out and they managed to get on the scoreboard against.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there, and to be honest, the tries they scored, what London scored, they happen. It doesn't matter who you are, really. If you spend enough time down your own end in sloppy conditions where everyone's a little bit slippy and conditions underfoot aren't great, they will get over the line, and London did that. But I think it's sticking to task and getting on with it, which Featherstone are pretty good at. Some experienced players in there as well, which do help in those circumstances. But now, look, we'll do video and all the rest of it, and have a look for a rhythm, if you like, what Featherstone have got, which there is an apparent one when it's when the conditions are quite fair. But like for both of us, we might start with the intentions of playing a nice bit of rugby, and I think in the end, when it becomes swampy, there's kind of only one way to play, really, and it's whoever does it best.
Home advantage going to be key, the big cup game. What's your message to the fans and possibly some neutrals who might want to make the trip over to the Shay?
I just think games against Featherstone are always exciting. We've had a good rivalry with that club over a long period of time. And we're going as underdogs, don't we? It's a nice tag for us, and we've had that and been successful before. So look, we're going to go and give it our best shot against them. Having more fans in the stand there and cheering us on will be nice.